Now we'll see the classification of alkaloids. There are 10 classification of alkaloids, and we can say that we have different types of classification, out of which we are going to look into the chemical classification of alkaloids. Okay, the chemical classification of alkaloids, which is based on the heterocyclic ring system that is present in the molecule. So this what we are going to discuss is about the chemical classification of alkaloids, which is based on the heterocyclic ring system present in their molecules, out of which you can divide or classify them into 10. The first one is known as phenyl ethyl amine alkaloids. Okay, phenyl ethyl amine alkaloids, and the example for this is ephedrine. Okay, example for this is ephedrine and tyramine, etc. So the second one is the pyridine alkaloid. The example is racicin. And the third one is pyrrolidine alkaloids. Example is hygrin. The fourth one is pyridine pyrrolidine alkaloids. Example is nicotine. And the fifth one is piperidine alkaloid. Example is quinine and piperin. And the sixth one is quinoline alkaloids. Example is quinine and cinchonine. Then we have the isoquinoline alkaloids. Example is narcotin and papaverine. Eighth one is indole alkaloids. Example is strychnine and reserpine. The ninth one is the tropane alkaloids. Example is cocaine. The 10th one is phenanthrene alkaloids. Example is morphine, codeine, etc. So you've got to learn the alkaloids classification and examples, at least one example of it, and you can learn whichever that is easier for you to remember. Okay, so this is usually asked question, so you should know what are alkaloids and how they are classified, and this is the chemical classification of alkaloids. There are pharmacological classification of alkaloids, and that is alkaloids can be classified as analgesic alkaloids, cardioactive alkaloids, etc. Okay.